Today we're here to dive into the tarot and tap into the energies of December 4th through to the 10th for your personal astrological sign. You know, it's impossible not to be swept away by the magic that begins to fill the air during this time of year. Now, I know December is a month of bustling with holiday preparations, a time when many of us are caught up in the whirlwind of gift wrapping and festive feasts and joyous melodies of our favorite tunes. And amidst all the cheerful chaos, it's crucial to take a moment for ourselves to pause, to reflect on the beautiful energy that surrounds us and within us. As we step into this week, let's carry the spirit of connection and togetherness with us. Whether you're celebrating traditions with loved ones or finding solace in a quiet moment of self-reflection, know that the universe is weaving a tapestry of positive vibrations all around you. I want to take a moment to express my gratitude for each and every one of you. Your presence here is a gift, and together we're creating a community that thrives on positivity and shared wisdom. As we navigate the energies of this week, let's do so with open hearts, mindful spirits, and a genuine appreciation for the present moment. Stick around as we dive into the cosmic currents, guiding us from December 4th through the 10th in your personal sign, your sun, your moon, and rising sign readings. Now, what are those? The sun represents your core identity, the essence of who you are. It's your ego, your self-expression, and the traits that define your personality. The moon sign reflects your emotional nature, your heart, your inner feelings, and how you respond on an emotional level. It's your subconscious self and emotional needs. Your rising sign represents the mask or the persona you present to the world. It's your outward behavior and the way you approach life. And when you blend all three readings together, it becomes a personal reading made just for you. Now, if you're not sure what your moon or rising sign is, I have a free natal chart on my website for you at TillyToday, and I'll leave the information in the box below. Okay, let's get to your reading and see what the cards have in store for us. I'm hoping to share some guidance and, most importantly, help you in raising your energy so we can all spread a little bit more love and light into our days and, of course, this festive season. Welcome, Cancer. This is your weekly focus for December the 4th through to the 10th, 2023. Let's turn right to the cards. They just need another shuffle, apparently. Hang on. Okay. Now, the underlying energy for the entire week for you is the Three of Swords. It's about healing. Now, it could be about your own healing. It could be about you reaching out to other people and allowing them to heal in some way. Giving them practical advice, especially if you've walked that path before, that you may say something that brings in comfort, brings in motivation to move forward, to lighten their energy in some way. For you personally, it's a time to heal. It's a time to allow healing in. It's a time to understand that there's this great light that comes through the sky, comes through you, and when you allow that healing, your light only grows. It's only magnified. So when you allow the healing to come in, you start to shine. You start to glow. You start to bring in that good, feel-good energy that you want to give to so many people in so many ways. We have the Death card as your very first card. This is a time to throw off that cloak. This is a time to tear down some of those walls. And each and every one of us, well, we always have our walls, don't we? But throughout the last couple of years, we fortified those walls. And now it's time to tear them down. And yet some bricks remain. This is a time where your inner child is asking you to celebrate the moment, to step into joy, create joy, celebration for yourself. This is a time to lay down your weapon and allow a little bit more trust in yourself, your intuition, God, your angels, the universe, your guides. This is a time to allow yourself, to break into a sense of freedom, into a sense of liberation. We have the Tower card, so extremely heavy energy for you here. This is about breaking through that glass ceiling. What did somebody tell you once that you couldn't, you shouldn't, you mustn't, you can't? Because this is a time when you say, no, I can, and I will. Now, this glass ceiling could be things that you put into place, it could be part of those walls. It could be things that you've allowed other people to put into place for you, limitations where you couldn't express your true self. Step into what you want to do, your destiny going forward, is what I heard. We have the Magician. All arcana, major arcana cards. The Magician is here to say you can create, you can manifest anything that you want in your life right this time, this point. It is about showing up and doing the work. It's about believing that if you do the work, that you will find successes on the other side. It's also knowing that they are there to create the experience for you, whatever you are asking for, whatever you are desiring in your life. The Magician is in here to bring magic into your world. And there is this incredible amount of magic usually in the month of December. So embrace that magic, utilize it for your own experiences, show up for, and you might even feel like you've got to do a lot of things this week. You've got to clear that task list, and so you want this to happen and that to happen and that to happen. But I ask you to maybe forget that to-do list for the time being and really concentrate on what you truly want to step into going forward, who you want to become, what you want to, your stature in the community, what you represent. And maybe that could be at work, maybe that's in the community, maybe that's in the home and family. Now for work and career, we have the Knight of Swords. So I think this is an incredible energy for you because you feel this pull to go forward. Okay, and maybe you've been trying to, but you've been tripping up and it feels like it's slow going. Maybe you feel like you've circled around a few times, you've gotten stuck in a rut, but now you jump onto your stallion, you raise that sword high, and you yell charge. It's going after your dreams of what you want to get. Now in work and career, so do you want that promotion at work? Are you working on something on the side? This is the time to really put some energy behind it and really believe in yourself that you've got this, that you can do it. And it's a time when you show the best part of you. Now you might act a little bit too courageously, having just a little bit too much maybe of the ego of I know what I'm doing, so just let me ride here, let me run towards my sunrise of my tomorrow. Pull it back a little bit. Don't carve anything into stone during this time. We are in full moon energy, so it's more about the release than it is about starting the new experience. But you get this, so maybe it's time to start writing that plan, start strategizing, start realizing some of those tripwires that seemingly are invisible, and concentrating to the point where you see them, are waving your magic wand and they appear. I see these, these like you'd see in the spy movies, right? They're the ultraviolet blues, and it's just this small line when they blow the chalk on it or something, it becomes visible. And so we want to go full throttle forward here, but we do need to mind our steps. We do need to pull it back a little bit to make sure, get those infrared lights out and see where those tripping wires are that we continually seem to trip over. Okay, and now we're going to take it back and we're going to see them for what they are and know how to step over them. For love, for relationships, well, don't trust everybody that's around you right now. I would have to say that, if nothing else. Keep your thoughts, your wishes, your desires, what you want to express to a limited few, your close circle. Also, it's understanding who you really truly want to take forward in your path forward, and who, you need to make a little bit of space. This is a card that says you are going forward with the strength. But it really is almost like a checklist right now of who's in my world, and do I want them in my world? And do I want to put space between us, or do I need to grow that relationship more so we can utilize our strengths together to go forward with a great passion, a great desire, a great strength? Your spirituality is the King of Cups. So once again, we're making that list. We're checking it off. We're making sure that we're covering the basics. Okay, now I told you earlier to throw that list aside, but here we are with the list in our spirituality. So, you know, pray for the help to get that task list done. Pray for, that you can delegate some of these things, that, make sure that you're okay with your finances right now, where you're living, the people you're hanging with. Do they all raise your vibration? Is there something in your life that you need to pull away from? Okay, so really this meditation is just grounding yourself, I would think. Any talks with your higher self, it's about grounding yourself. Don't worry so much. I get the sense almost that you want to get 1001 things accomplished this week. And the more that you keep that goal in mind, although a very good goal, is one that will trip you up, because it's also a time to love and explore, to take time for yourself and understand if you're strong in your path going forward, rather than getting all those little extras done right now. And for our health and well-being, well, we have the Ace of Pentacles. If you've been struggling, something comes about that really changes the course of your health and well-being to a better extent, if you're willing to listen, if you're willing to do the work. Okay, I kind of get there's this buy-in that you need to have in order to really go forward. But I see strength, I see vitality, I see new approaches to that vitality, to that strength, adding in new things, molding things to a deeper level. Some of the things that you've tried recently and you really like, and it's deepening them and really anchoring them within your daily routine, your weekly routines, your monthly routines, in order to make you feel wonderful and alive. Okay, now I do have this new deck that I was gifted by, it's just a gorgeous deck, okay, by the creators themselves. So I thank them. I also did a video on it, so I don't know if you saw it, but I'll try and link it to the end here for you. And it's just a gorgeous deck. Now, it's strongly related to an actual tarot deck, but there are some, just the way the book reads, it's like they take the cards to a deeper level, more than I would, in some ways, in different ways, I should say. So we have the Five of Knives, Hollow Victory. And I will read straight from the book, because the book is just amazing. And we are going to the Five of Knives. So we start off with just a little poem, so to speak. From where are these angry words born? Why do they leap through my tired throat? I've lost track of my truth, lost sight of my kinship. There is only battle of wits and winning. So perhaps you've been going through a series of struggles with people that are close to you, family members, people in the community, people in the workplace, that has stirred you here. Now, when your powers of reason overtake your powers of compassion, your blade yearns for enemies to defeat, and your knowledge craves ignorance to destroy. When we hold too tightly to our beliefs, we mistake them for who we truly are, and every challenge of understanding becomes a challenge for our lives. The mind wants to protect us, and therefore wants to be superior to all potential foes, both real and imagined. When you remember yourself as the wounded child in a crowd of other wounded children, you can release the need to take the disagreements personally and dispel the fog of war that clouds your eyes. Which ideas have you made in your identity? Where do you find the source of compassion in your body? What happens when you fall in love with the act of listening? Your affirmations for this week are: I release my desire to always be right. My ego is not who I truly am. I choose to always be kind. I am humble. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.